There are websites lurking on the internet that know almost everything about you, where you live, where you work, even who your ex is.
My aunts, my grandma, my grandpa. Wow, yeah, those are all relatives.
Tonight, First Coast News is on your side. What you need to know to keep your private information private.
But first, we're starting with breaking news tonight at 11. All westbound lanes and at least one eastbound lane of I-10 are shut down after a vehicle caught fire. You're taking a look at some video coming into our newsroom from the scene.
Now you can see the massive amount of flames right there coming out from one of the vehicles. We know that a semi was involved in this crash. Florida Highway Patrol says this is a serious wreck. We know that at least one person has been injured. Now traffic is being diverted. Drivers are being turned around at Chafee Road, and traffic, as you can see from this map right here, is right now backed up for about 7 miles. That is a look at the live traffic map.
All right, let's take another look at that video. We are working right now to learn what led to this crash and how the people involved are doing tonight.
And we also have another breaking news traffic alert for you. This one in the Mandarin area on I-295. That is where all northbound lanes are blocked. You're taking a look at video from First Coast News viewer Jacob Gale of a semi on fire. Jacksonville Fire Rescue and JSO are on the scene of this crash. We're told this crash also has injuries. We're working to get more information. But again, this is 295 in the Mandarin area. Northbound lanes shut down right now.
So if you're going to get on the roads tonight, please be careful. Well, by this time tomorrow night, we will have a new president. Thank you for joining us at 11. I'm Anthony Austin.
And I'm Heather Crawford. We're so glad you're with us tonight. President-elect Donald Trump and his family are in D.C. tonight on the eve of the inauguration. They flew in on an Air Force jet this afternoon. And the soon-to-be Commander-in-Chief hosted a big celebration at the Lincoln Memorial tonight, where Toby Keith and Lee Greenwood performed. Thousands attended, and President-elect Trump thanked his supporters for being part of this historic movement.
It's a movement that started, and it's a movement like we've never seen anywhere in the world, they say. There's never been a movement like this. And it's something very, very special. And we're going to unify our country. And our phrase, you all know it, half of you are wearing the hat, make America great again.
Meanwhile, security forces are bracing for protests, not just in D.C., but in cities all across the country.
And hundreds of them are planned. NBC's Stephanie Gosk has more for us tonight.
More than 100 blocks of downtown Washington are closed to traffic, with big heavy vehicles in place to stop any attacks by trucks, like those carried out last year in France and Germany.
That is a precaution that we are doubling down on, in particular, this inauguration.
The Coast Guard is enforcing a no-boat zone on the Potomac River with extra security and eyes in the sky overhead.
Helicopters from Customs and Border Protection will patrol an expanded no-fly zone for private planes over Washington, 35 miles in all directions, twice the usual restricted area. This helicopter can also provide live video to law enforcement of trouble spots on the ground.
You don't even need the electronic map. You can look down and know what street you're over.
Secret Service agents have trained on responding to all kinds of trouble, from objects thrown at the presidential limo to people rushing past the crowd barriers. Robert Buster walked the inaugural parade route 4 years ago as head of the Secret Service Protective Division.
I heard somebody once say it's like riding a motorcycle, that when you stop worrying about it, that's when it becomes dangerous.
Yeah, I would say we never stop worrying. We're always going to have concerns. We start working early, and we what-if a lot. Not only do we what-if it, but we implement that into our training program.
Another new worry, drones, with more than 1.5 million now in the hands of hobbyists. Secret Service agents have trained for the prospect of one bearing an attack, but Homeland Security officials say they have the technology to neutralize them. Pete Williams, NBC News, Washington.
Florida Congressman Ron DeSantis is in the nation's capital tonight ahead of the inauguration. He says he's excited to witness history and says this inauguration is like no other. He calls the election of Donald Trump unprecedented, given that the president-elect never served in the military and has never held public office.
He is kind of the ultimate outsider. There will be a lot of protests because he's pledged to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. You may not be surprised. There's a lot of people in Washington, D.C. who don't want that. I happen to think that that's what we should be doing, and we should try to be empowering people who live outside the Beltway.
65 Democratic congressmen will be skipping the inauguration. Congressman DeSantis says regardless of their beliefs, he thinks that it's their civic duty to attend.
Tonight, our weather team is tracking some potentially severe storms expected this weekend. Let's get right out to Lindsay Boach, with more on what we're expecting tonight.
Hey, good evening, Anthony. Good evening to all of you. We do have some rain off to our west, and that'll continue to push a little bit closer to us. We saw some showers tonight. We did have that 20% chance for rain today, but we're starting to see it across the viewing area right now, and we'll continue to push to the east as we head through the next, I would say maybe hour or so. So Jack's Beach, you should be seeing these by about 10 o'clock, or excuse me, in about 10 minutes, and then it'll be totally out of here by about 11:30. Let's take a broader look again at this storm system off to our west. This is a line of showers and storms. It is continuing to weaken, and the system is expected to split. Now, some of us a little bit farther west in our viewing area could see some of those showers. Columbia County, Bradford, Union, Baker, portions of Ware County could see some of this rain as well. But the system that we're keeping a very close eye on for this weekend is well off to the west, still making an impact in portions of Phoenix and Arizona and New Mexico. So timing this all out on Futurecast real quick, you saw that kind of split, the system split in half, to energy to the south, energy to the north. But once we get into Saturday, we have some more energy, and then even more on Saturday night into Sunday. We'll talk about our threats, when we could see what kind of weather coming up. Guys.
Well, there's a new website that has some people feeling a little uneasy tonight. On this site, a lot of your personal history, anyone can find, and it's not the only one. Many of those free sites are popping up, putting out details about you that actually may surprise you. Julia Janae is on your side tonight. She's joining us now from the newsroom. And Julia, I was actually surprised at how much information I found about myself on some of these websites. So is this legal?
Well, Anthony, it is legal. It's not illegal. Most of this information is public record. It's addresses, age, birth year, and your relationships with other people. Information that you normally have to go to different agencies to request and usually pay a fee. But what's probably most unsettling for people is just how easy it is to get all of this information in one place at no cost.
Yeah, that's
crazy. It almost knows more about you than you do.
I know.
Some surprise for this First Coast couple after I typed their names into a new genealogy website.
Is your middle name Anthony?
Yes.
Okay. And is your mom Karen?
Yes.
Is your dad Matthew?
Yes.
With just a few taps, I could rattle off facts about total strangers.
And your wife Victoria.
Whoa! I don't like this.
FamilyTreeNow.com and Spock.com, just two of many personal information websites compiling data on millions. It's all public information, but it could be used to do private damage.
A mother's maiden name, once that gets found out about you, they can use it at websites for verifying information. Also, the questions that people ask you, like what street did you grow up on? You know, it's very possible through Family Tree to actually find out what street you grew up on.
Tyler Weidman, CEO of Identity Theft Countermeasures, says more people should be playing hard to get, even with their most basic information.
I mean, when was the last time you read an entire privacy policy? We all just click through it. Everything's spelled out legally. We can use this information for this. We can use this information for that.
But the listings aren't always permanent. Some sites give you the option to remove your information. It's a good idea to search and remove your name and your kids' names as well.
It doesn't freak me out that much because I feel like sometimes I need to find people's information and I want to know where to look for it. We have very different reactions to this information.
Now again, you can opt out of many of these sites. They will remove your information. I tested out the opt-out feature on FamilyTree.com as of Monday, and as of today, all of my information had been removed. We have those opt-out links on our website, firstcoastnews.com. Heather, Anthony.
Thank you, Julia. New tonight, police are asking you to be on the lookout for a man they say attacked one woman, then exposed himself to another in Hanna Park. The first incident happened January 11th. A woman was jogging when police say a man approached her, forced her to the ground, and started hitting her. The suspect took her cell phone and ran off. The second incident, the man police say exposed himself to the woman on a park bench on January 12th. So take a look at this sketch. This is a sketch of the suspect, a Hispanic man believed to be in his late 20s or early 30s. He was wearing a camouflage jacket, gray shirt, and sunglasses with blue lenses. If you have any idea who the suspect is, call Crime Stoppers at the number you see right there. You can remain anonymous.
El Chapo is in the United States tonight. The Mexican drug lord was extradited here today, where he's wanted on drug trafficking and some other charges tonight. The convicted cartel boss has been held most recently in a prison near the northern border city of Ciudad Juarez. He was recaptured a year ago after making a second brazen jailbreak.
And a tragic end for a family here on our First Coast. Authorities have now recovered the body of a missing boater from Putnam County. Search crews say that 56-year-old Kenneth McCann Jr. went missing early Wednesday morning after the boat he and his son-in-law were in capsized. His body is now at the medical examiner's office. His son-in-law rather, and was rescued.
A substitute teacher at Mayport Middle School has been removed from the classroom for not telling anyone that a student had a gun on campus. This was a BB gun. No one was hurt. Authorities say the student took the gun out during class and just showed it to everyone. That student is now being disciplined, we're told, and school leaders are asking parents to talk to their kids about what they bring to school.
Definitely don't bring any guns or BB guns.
Not at all.
Well, still ahead on First Coast News, we have a video that is quite startling. Up next, we take a look at who was actually at fault.
Plus, it's a story you'll definitely want to stay up for. The exciting local program that makes it easy for students to be bilingual at a young age. Startling new video tonight showing the moment a semi-truck collides with a school bus. This happened in Pasco County. You can see the bus driver's assistant thrown from her seat. FHP says the driver of the semi is at fault for failing to yield. They say he actually pulled around another car and then he just drove directly into the path of that school bus. 5 children were on the bus at the time. Thankfully, none of them were seriously hurt.
Wow. Well, several hundred Duval County students are taking part in a very unique program. It's a program that's not only helping them learn a foreign language, but also learn about another culture. First Coast News' Honey Rodriguez, who herself is bilingual, joins us now with how it works. And Honey, you came back from this classroom and you were so excited to see how these kids are learning.
That's right. I kind of want to be a teacher now. Hoy tuve la oportunidad, today I had the opportunity de conversar con unos estudiantes muy brillantes, to talk with a group of very bright students con algo en común, who all had something in common, la habilidad de hablar 2 idiomas, the ability to speak 2 languages.
¿Cuántas habitaciones tienes?
7. The students in Amanda Tigert's classroom are not your typical 3rd graders.
Me llamo Summer. Today we did like a plan of our house.
They are bilingual.
They're doubling their vocabulary. They're doubling the comprehension skills that are learned in English. I'm teaching comprehension skills, the same thing in Spanish.
Mrs. Tigert is a dual language 3rd grade teacher at Beauclair Elementary School in Jacksonville. Students in her classroom learn 50% in Spanish and 50% in English.
I like to learn new words, learn more writing skills, and how to speak more English. A mí lo que más me gusta sería las matemáticas y que podamos hablar en 2 idiomas.
It has opened up so many doors for me to speak a second language. I know it's hard when you're looking at your little 5-year-old to think of the future, but that future is going to be here. The markability of a person who speaks 2 languages is, I mean, you can't put a price on it.
Hiciste tus matemáticas. In fact, the program is completely free and available at 4 Duval County public schools. But the dual language program does more than just teach a second language.
Como ellos me preguntan cómo se dice algo y yo les digo qué significa. Y cómo decirlo.
He helped us translate Spanish for us.
It also helps foster a sense of community among kids who may look very different on the outside, but are very similar on the inside.
It makes me feel like proud of myself for helping. I get to learn more about the culture.
Aquí es un bueno escuela y yo estoy muy feliz.
Teachers are encouraging more parents to get their kids in programs like these early on, and we're talking kindergarten and first grade.
I started taking Spanish in 8th grade and didn't become bilingual until I lived in Spain after high school, but the fact that they're learning at this young of age, they're like sponges, and when you were in the classroom today, most of them were truly bilingual?
All of them are truly bilingual, and what makes this program so special, not like an ESOL program, is that you've got kids who are native English speakers interacting with native Spanish speakers, and so you get the best of both worlds inside the classroom. And it's not a textbook, right? You're learning.
It's immersion.
It's immersion, and you're learning social Spanish versus textbook Spanish, if you will.
What an incredible gift
to
give your
kids.
So
I felt like a kid because, you know, I obviously learned English here in the U.S., and so being with them there, I felt like one of the group.
Yeah, because Spanish is your native language.
Exactly.
Wow, what a cool concept.
I love that.
Very
A great story. Thank you, honey. Well, earlier this week, we told you Ringling Brothers Circus is preparing to take its final bow after 146 years. And tonight, its final show in Jacksonville officially kicked off.
We are on the lookout for a herd of the most exotic creatures. Wow, you did it! These two humped camels are rare indeed.
So when the company closes, about 400 people will be out of work. The show's famous elephants are already retired, living out their days at a Central Florida conservation center. Some acts, like the dogs and the lions, are owned by their handlers and will remain with them, but protesters are still worried the animals will be sold and mistreated.
These animals, nothing's going to change for their day-to-day life. These Ringling animals are going to be sold to other circuses. We're going to go to the next circus and the next circus and hope we can abolish every one of them.
And tickets for the final show in May have completely been sold out. The most expensive tickets going for about $2,000. But you still have a chance to catch the Jacksonville show until Sunday for a much cheaper price.
All right, Lindsay Boach joins us now, and you're keeping your eye on the potential for some severe weather this weekend.
Yeah, we've been watching it not only today, but we've been watching it for a few days. There's a lot of moisture out to the west, and it's kind of like a river, actually, and now it's starting to make its way a little bit closer to us. So we could see strong to severe thunderstorms Saturday into Sunday. There are two models that we like to look at. One of them has the severe potential to be Saturday night into early Sunday morning. The other one has the potential to be a little bit later on. Now, with that later on, we could definitely see stronger storms with that. So the earlier it comes, the less severe those storms will be. Temperatures all across the area, though, right now in the 60s will continue to cool down as we head over the next several hours. And we'll bottom out in those upper 50s to lower 60s, so early tomorrow morning. Now, we did have some rain come through. Now, what that's going to do, it kind of mixed up the atmosphere a little bit, so the potential for fog early tomorrow morning won't be as great as it was the past few mornings. We had some really dense, thick fog early this morning, so we won't be seeing that necessarily as we head into tomorrow morning. Severe weather outlook for today. Most of that severe weather will be out to the west as we head into your Friday. We're still seeing the potential for some strong to severe storms in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. And then once we get to Saturday and Sunday, a pretty good chance for some of those severe storms. So what are we talking about? Well, lightning, definitely a huge possibility, a high risk for lightning. Damaging winds, wind gusts up to 40-50 miles per hour. And remember, these are wind gusts. These are not sustained winds, but these will be wind gusts. And then a low threat for hail, and then a low threat for tornadoes as well. And these would be isolated tornadoes, small tornadoes, EF0s, if anything, popping down and then coming back up. So looking at futurecasts, this is starting tonight. We have that line that kind of breaks apart, energy to the north, energy to the south. Scattered showers definitely possible tomorrow afternoon, but once we get into Saturday, we'll start to see those showers, maybe even some thunderstorms making their way into our forecast. So here's one model saying that we'll see those strong storms, a line of them coming through Saturday evening into the overnight hours on Saturday into Sunday, and then some more energy potentially on Sunday as we see some storms firing back up Sunday afternoon. So we will keep a very close eye on this as we head through the next few days. Mike Prangley will have an update for you early tomorrow morning on Good Morning Jacksonville, and I'll be back again tomorrow night with you. 80 degrees on Saturday, 82 Sunday, and then a cool down on Monday with breezy conditions. Those winds coming out of the west at about 20 miles per hour. Let's go to Brian Chinecki. He's got a look at sports.
Feeling those 80s. Coming up in sports, Dallas Moore rocking buzzer beaters in the River City, plus an NFL team in Las Vegas. Details next in sports. Sports Tonight, starting with UNF. If you haven't heard, Dallas Moore has been one of the hottest players on the planet. Number 14, carrying the Ospreys like Redbox carrying Blue Rays. Ospreys, Owls. They say I got the juice, I got the sauce. Dallas Moore, kaboom, 29 points in this one. Thursday night, banks are closed. However, Moore puts his floaties on. Splash. Final 15 seconds, tie game. Moore, could he do it? Yes, he could. Done. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. UNF wins 86-84. Moore, big night, 29 points. JU at Lipscomb, Darian Fernandez. He had himself a big night as well. 36 points, including this behind-the-back drive. However, Lipscomb gets the easy dub, 112-95. Let's talk some football. Florida quarterback Luke Del Rio will not participate in spring practice. Del Rio had surgery on his left non-throwing shoulder yesterday. Felipe Franks and Kyle Trask are now in position to take over for the starting job in 2017. Franks and Trask, both freshmen, had been expected to compete with Del Rio for the position. Del Rio was 5-1 as Florida's starter the past season. NFL news, Colts owner Jim Irsay said this morning quarterback Andrew Luck had surgery on his right shoulder, and the team expects he'll be ready to go week 1 next season. There's a lot of time between now and then. Irsay not specific about when Luck might be expected to resume football activities ahead of the start of the season. Sad, sad, sad news unless you live in Las Vegas. Stop moving. It's official. The Oakland Raiders have applied to the NFL for relocation to Las Vegas. The long-expected news was revealed this morning by a Clark County, Nevada commissioner. The formal application must be approved by 24 of the 32 NFL owners. A vote on the move will come in March at the owners' spring meetings. Mr. Football Nick Chari is one of the elite players in the area, getting set to move on to the next level to do big things. He's long been committed to Charlotte, but has continued to draw significant interest from bigger programs. Hawaii, Indiana, and most recently, from his Twitter account, he announced the University of Arizona has made an offer. Nick's doing the right thing by listening to every school that is making an offer, and you can be guaranteed when it's all said and done, he'll make the right choice for his future.
Geez, more and more schools start coming. Where am I going to go? The clock is ticking. I got to make a decision soon, and it starts to get stressful. But at the same time, you got to enjoy the process. So I've been trying to enjoy it as much as I can without being stressed out about it. But I know wherever I end up, it's going to be the right place for me. So.
All right, we've already started preps for our annual hour-long National Signing Day special. This year will be at